Dobro došli na naš kanal. Danas ćemo vam ispričati priču koja je šokirala ne samo Hrvatsku, već i cijeli svijet. To je priča o malom selu u Slavoniji, o farmeru koji je otkrio nešto što nauka ne može objasniti i o drvetu koje je promijenilo život jedne obitelji zauvijek. Ovo nije priča iz horor filmova. Ovo se dogodilo stvarno u našoj Hrvatskoj, u selu Đurići kod Vukovara. I dan danas nema objašnjenja za ono što je Marko Horvat, 52-godišnji farmer, pronašao u svojem voćnjaku u veljači 2019. godine. Što može natjerati stoljetno stablo da krvari? Zašto se crvenilo tekućina počela pojavljivati nakon snažne oluje? I zašto svi znanstvenici koji su došli istražiti ovaj fenomen odlaze zbunjeni i bez odgovora? Ako volite misterije koje se ne mogu objasniti, priče o prirodnim fenomenima koji krše sve zakone fizike i događaje koji nas tjeraju da preispitamo ono što mislimo da znamo o svijetu, obavezno se pretplatite na naš kanal i ostavite palac gore. U komentarima napišite odakle nas pratite. Želimo upoznati našu Croatian community. Vjerujete li u to da priroda može imati svoju vlastitu tajnu, koju mi ljudi možda nikad nećemo razumjeti? Ova priča vas možda natjerat će da promijenite mišljenje o tome što je moguće, a što nije. Pripremite se za priču o farmeru Marku, njegovom čudesnom stablu i tajni koja je uskolala ne samo Hrvatsku, već i međunarodnu znanstvenu zajednicu. Ovo je priča koju morate čuti. Marko Horvat nikad nije vjerovao u nadprirodno. Rođen 1967. godine u malom selu Đurići kod Vukovara, proveo je cijeli život radeći zemlju koju je naslijedio od svog oca Stjepana. Bila je to dobra zemlja, plodna slavonska crna zemlja koja je generacijama hranila obitelj Horvat. Marko je uzgajao kukuruz, pšenicu i had mali voćnjak gdje je gajao jabuke, kruške i šljive. Bio sam običan čovjek koji se bavio običnim poslom, govorio je kasnije Marko novinarima. Vjerovao sam samo u ono što mogu vidjeti i dodirnuti. Zemlja, biljke, plodovi, to je bila moja stvarnost. Njegova žena Marija, učiteljica u osnovnoj školi u obližnjem Vukovaru, često je šalila da je njen suprug najzemaljskiji čovjek kojeg poznaje. Obitelj Horvat, Marko, Marija i njihovo dvoje djece, 17-godišnji Luka i 15-godišnja Ana, živjeli su mirno u svojoj obiteljskoj kući sagrađenoj 1960-ih godina. Kuća je bila skromna ali topla, okružena velikim dvorištem gdje su Markova djeca provodila dane igrajući se oko starih stabala voćaka. U centru voćnjaka stajalo je najstarije stablo na Markovom imanju. Stoljetna šljiva za koju je Markova baka uvijek govorila da je čuvala obitelj. Stablo je bilo ogromno. Širok debljak su trebala 3 odrasla čovjeka da ga zagrle, a krošnja se širila preko 15 metara u promjeru. Svake godine, bez obzira na vremenske prilike, stablo je davalo bogat urod slatkih šljiva. Ta šljiva je bila ponosna naše obitelji, objašnjava Marija. Markova baka je uvijek govorila da, dok to stablo živi, i obitelj će prosperirati. Mislili smo da su to samo praznovjerje starih ljudi. Stablo je doista bilo impresivno, nikad se nije razboljelo, nikad mu insekt nisu nanijeli štetu, čak je i preživjeli bombardiranje Vukovara 1991. godine bez ijedne ogrebotine. U veljači 2019. godine Slavoniju je pogodila jedna od najjačih zimskih oluja u posljednjih 20 godina. Vjetrovi su dosezali brzinu od 120 km na sat, a snijeg je padao 3 dana bez prestanka. Marko se brinuo za svoja stabla, pogotovo za staru šljivu koja je već imala preko 100 godina. Te noći sam čuo kako vjetar lomi grane po voćnjaku, priča Marko. Ležao sam u krevetu i slušao kako priroda divlja vani. Molila sam Boga da moja stara šljiva preživi. Oluja je stvarno bila brutalna. Oborila je dalekovod, oštetila krovove na pola sela i iskorijenila nekoliko mlađih stabala u Markovom voćnjaku. Kad se ujutro oluja smirila, Marko je first thing pošao provjeriti štetu. Većina jego stable je prošla relativno dobro, malo slomljenih grana, nekoliko oborenih mladija stabala, ništa što se ne može popraviti. Ali kad je stigao do stare šljive, ono što je vidio ga je potpuno šokiralo. Iz debla stabla, na visini od oko 1,5 metra, cijedila se crvena tekućina. Na početak je Marko mislio da je to samo skok od stabla. Možda je oluja oštetila koru i stablo krvari svoj životni sok. Ali kad se približio, ugledao je da tekućina ima duboku, crvenu boju koja uopće ne podsjeća na obični sok stabla. Moja prva misao je bila da je netko povredio stablo, možda ga pogodila neka granja tijekom oluje, objašnjava Marko. Ali kad sam se približio, vidio sam da kora nije oštećena. Crvena tekućina se jednostavno curila iz čini nepoškodovanog debla. Marko je dotirnuo tekućinu prstom. Bila je lepljiva, gusto, tamnocrvene boje i nije mirisala kao obični sok stabla. Izgledala je točno kao krv, priča Marko, čiji glas još uvijek drhti kad se sjeća tog prvog susreta s fenomenom koji će promijeniti njegov život. Te prve minute stojeći pred stablom koje krvari, Marko je vjerovao da postoji logično objašnjenje. Možda je to nova vrsta bolesti stabla, možda je tijekom oluje neki insekt zavrnuo stablo i caused ovu reaction. Ali kad je tekućina nastavila curit kroz cijeli dan, bez ikakvog znaka da će prestati, Marko je počeo shvaćati da se suočava s nečim što je potpuno izvan jego razumijevanja. Tu evening, kad je ispričao žena što je vidio, Marija je prvo mislila da je Marko prenapeto od stres zbog oluje. Mislila sam da my husband hallucinates, priznaje, ali kad je slikao svojim mobitel i pokazao mi fotografije, morao sam vjerovati proprio dip očiju. I tako je počela priča o stablu koje krvari, priča koja će uskoro potresati cijeli Croatia pa i svijet. Nakon prvog šoka, Marko je odlučio systematically istražiti što se događa sa njegova stablom. Seoski čovjek naviknut na praktične probleme, prvi je pokušao pronaći rational objašnjenje za ovaj bizarni fenomen. Uzeo je nekoliko uzoraka crvene tekućine u staklene teglice koje mu je dala žena iz kuhinje. Prva stvar koju sam napravio bilo je mirišnjenje, objašnjava Marko. Normalni sok stabla ima svojstven mirisa, ali ova tekućina je mirisala. Drugačije. Gotovo slatko, ali s nekim metalnim priokusom koji me podsjetio na krv. Tekućina je bila gust, lepljive konzistencije. I kad ju je stavio na bijeli papir, ostavila je traškove koji su izgledali identično tragovima krvi. Marija, kao obrazovana žena, predložila je da pokušaju kontaktirati lokal veterinara. Možda je to neka animal disease koja utiče na stabla, razmišljala je. Ali kada je lokal veterinar Đuro Babić stigao u voćnjak, on je bio jednako zbunjen kao i obitelj Horvat. U svojem 30-godišnjem karijer nikad nisam vidio ništa slično, rekao je veterinar Babić. Ova tekućina stvarno izgleda kao životinjska krv, but to je biološko nemoguće. Stabla nemaju krvotok kao životinje. Babić je uzeo vlastite uzorke i obećao da će ih poslati na analisis u Veterinarijan institut u Zagrebu. Prvi rezultati testova stigli su tjedan dana kasnije i samo su povećali misterij. Tekućina sadrži hemoglobin, crvene krvne stanice i proteine karakteristične za krv sisavaca. Objašnjavao je laboratory technician sa Zagrebačkog instituta Telephone Conversation s veterinarom Babićem. Ali to je scientific nemoguće. Stabla ne mogu proizvesti takve supstance. Vijesti o drvetu koje krvari brzo su se proširile kroz selo Đurići. Prvi su došli susjedi, zanatjaki i curious, a zatim rođaci iz surrounding villages. Svakodnevno je dolazilo po 20-30 ljudi da vide stablo, priča Ana Horvat, Markova kćer. Neki su se moliti, neki su slikali, neki su samo stajali i zurile. Local parish priest, otac Marko Jurić, bio je among prvim visited. Kad sam vidio stablo, prvo sam pomislio da je to neko miracle ili sign, priznaje, ali također sam bio scientist trained, so sam skeptičan. Ipak, ono što sam vidio wasn't moglo se explain prirodno. Različite teorije počele su cirkulirati među selo folk. Stariji people, posebno bake koje su zapamtile vojni i difficult times, believe da je stablo warning o nadolazećem opasnosti. Moja baka je govorila da stabla osjećaju earth's changes prije nego ljudi, objects Marija. Možda stablo warns us o earthquake ili some disaster. Drugi villagers had različite interpretation. Some su vjerovali da je to sign da je na zemlji buried some historical artifacts ili human remains. Verent var 1991. Mnogo ljudi je died in ovom area, objašnjava local historian Ivica Matić. Možda stablo respond na spiritual presence people koji nisu properly buried. Međutim, najčešća teorija među scientist community bila je da postoji some geological objašnjenje. Profesor Dr. Branko Cvitković sa Zagrebačkog Faculty of Science arrived s Horvat Farm na početak Mers to conduct professional investigation. Prvi put kada sam seen stablo, admitted sam da je fenomenon stvarno extraordinary, kaže dr. Cvitković. Tekućina continuous dripped iz specific točka na deblu, bez visible damage ili otvora u bark. Team od 4 scientific collected sample not only od tekućina, već i od earth around stablo, bark fragment, te su conducted zemljišni analysis. Soil composition biva completely normal za ovaj region, objašnjava dr. Cvitković. No unusual minerals, no chemical contaminants, no evident source the red substance. A nuclear tests na uzorke zemljišta also showed no radiation ili contamination koja bi mogla cause such anomaly. Most curious aspect bio je da se tekućina appears only in one specific točka na stablo, approximately meter and pole above ground level. If bilo natural phenomenon, expected bi da se substance appears iz multiple točki, ili da spread through tree's circulatory system, notes Dr. Cvitković. But ovdje je tek na točno defined area. Scientific team installed temporary monitoring equipment around stablo. They measured temperature, humidity, earth movements, electromagnetic fields, anything koja bi mogla provide clue about šta causes ovaj phenomenon. Za tu tjedna constant monitoring nismo pronašli any external factors koji bi mogao explain šta se događa, admitted Dr. Cvitković. Perhaps most disturbing discovery was da se rate od tekućine pozostaje completely constant. Every dan, tree produces točno same amount od crvene tekućine, objašnjava. It's like clockwork. No environmental factor seems affect production rate. Na kraj first month scientific investigation, team bio forced priznać da nemaju znanstveno objašnjenje za fenomenon. This defies current understanding od plant biology, concluded Dr. Cvitković u professional report. Recommendujemo further research at specialists u different fields. But locals already started develop vlastite explanation. Neki saw it kao miracle, drugi kao curse. Ali for Horvat obitelj, stablo koje krvari postao je češći njihovog daily života. Mysterious, unexplainable, but undeniably real. Kako se vijesti o Markovom stablu širile kroz medije, đurići su se počeli transform umjesto pilgrimage. Prvi su došli local reporters iz Osijeka i Zagreba, zatim television crews, a na kraju international media koji su heard o Croatian bleeding tree. Marko's peaceful farm become center pažnje, koja je completely changed his family's život. Početak April. Imali smo over 200 people daily visiting our farm. Priča Maria. Cars were parked throughout the village, people camping u our field, neki su even postavili tent outside our house. Situation becomes so overwhelming da je local police biva forced postaviti restrictions on visiting hours. Among visitors were different vjerst ljudi. Religious groups came believing da je stablo miracle ili divine sign. Some people brought holy water, neki su se modliti around tree. Jedan group od nuns remained kneeling for entire dan, objašnjava Ana Horvat. These religious visitors, usually peaceful, ali their presence created tenziđu između vjernika i skeptics. Scientists and researchers također constantly arrive trying solve a mystery. Every week we had different team, biologist, geologist, chemist, even physicist, says Marko. Svi su uzimali samples, postavljali instruments, promising šta će find answer. Ali none of them successfully explained šta se događa. Local government u Vukovar also became involved. Mayor Ljubodrag Rašić visited farm personally and odlučio establish temporary visitor center u village center. Ovaj phenomenon brings međunarodnu pažnju na našu region, explained Mayor. Moramo be prepared to accommodate people who come learn about našem mystery. But not all attention bilo pozitivno. Skeptici and debunkers also arrived, some accusing Marko da je fabricated entire story pentru publicity ili money. Neki people claimed da injected dye ili fake blood into stablo, objašnjava Marko, čiji glas showed frustracija. Oni nisu understand da I never wanted ovoj attention. I just wanted answers. Journalist Ivan Đapić od Zagreb Daily newspaper Jutarnji list was među prvim professional investigators koji seriously researched phenomenon. Prvi put when I came na farm, I was expecting find fraud ili simply objašnjenje, admits Đapić. But after 2 days detaljno investigation, I był forced accept da ovdje se događa something truly inexplicable. Đapić arranged da international experts examine stablo. Team od scientists fra University of Vienna, accompanied by specialists fra International Society za Anomalous Phenomena, arrived u Đurići u middle April. Austrian scientists brought sophisticated equipment, thermal imaging cameras, spectrometers, equipment pentru detecting electromagnetic anomalies, opisuje Đapić. Austrian team leader, Professor Dr. Klaus Himmelberg, był initially skeptičan. In my 25-year career studying unexplained phenomena, I've found rational objašnjenja pentru 95% cases I investigated, he had said upon arrival. But after 3 days' intensive study, Dr. Himmelberg's confidence šokirao even himself. Stablo definitely produces substance koje is biochemistically identična animal blood, admitted Dr. Himmelberg at press conference. Hemoglobin levels, protein structures, even DNA traces suggest ovi substance comes is living animal organism. But kako tree produces takoje substance remains complete enigma. Most troubling discovery the scientific community bilo da se phenomenon seem defy basic biological laws. Tree has no circulatory system capable producing blood, objašnjava Dr. Himmelberg. It's like discovering fish koje fly, ili bird koje breathes underwater. It challenges fundamental understanding of kako living organisms work. Local church also struggled kako respond na phenomenon. Bishop od Đakovo, Mesger Antoš Kvorčević, personally visited stablo I had meeting with obitelj Horvat. Church position je da we shouldn't jump na supernatural conclusion without thorough investigation, stated Bishop. But we also acknowledge da postoje phenomena in nature koje je human knowledge still cannot explain. Media coverage brought unwanted consequences. Some ludi started stealing pieces of tree bark, thinking it had magical properties, objašnjava Ana. Others left gifts and offerings under tree, treating it like shrine. Nasha family życie became circus. Financial pressures also mounted. I stopped working on my fields. Jer couldn't leave farm unattended, says Marco. Constantly bili luda coming, some good, some bad. Ali all disrupting naš daily života. Local community established fund pentru helping Horvat family copes unexpected expenses and lost income. But perhaps most disturbing aspect za Marco bilo realizing the phenomenon pokazava no signs of stopping. Every dan, same amount of crvena tekućina continues dripping his tree, he observes. Weather doesn't affect it. Season changes don't affect it. It's like stablo ima own biological clock, koji nikto ne razumije. By end April 2019, Markov stablo было featured on international television, written o scientific journals, I discussed internet forums worldwide. My simple farm postau center od worldwide mystery, reflects Marco. But I still didn't have answer na simple question. Zašto my tree bleeds? Answer koje Marco seek seemed further away nego ever. Every investigation brought novo questions instead odd solutions. Tree koje krvari had become phenomenon koje defied human understanding, challenging everything scientists believed on natural world. Travelers May 2019. International naučna zajednica decided organize comprehensive investigation koji bi trebao finally solve mystery od Markove bleeding tree, funded by European Union's programa za research na anomalous natural phenomena. Team od specialists from different countries arrived u Đurići za što bilo described kao most thorough scientific examination od unexplained phenomenon na Balkan region. Dr. Elena Rossetti is Italian Institute for Advanced Biological Research leader team, koja included botanist fra Šveicarija, geochemist iz Germanija, hematologist fra Norvegija I electromagnetics specialist iz Poljša. Ova investigation should finally provide scientific answer, announced Dr. Rossetti in a press conference u Osijek. We have equipment and expertise to analyze every possible aspect od ovaj phenomenon. Team established temporary laboratory right na Marcos farm, using modular units koje поставили blizo stabla. Izgledало kao небольшой research city, описує Maria. Had monitoring equipment running 24/7, scientists in white coats constantly working, samples being taken every несколько hours. First major discovery came after Tilko days. Dr. Heinrich Vollmer, German geochemist, detected unusual electromagnetic patterns around stablo. Tree generates electromagnetic field, koje fluctuates specific pattern, he reported. Frequency corresponds to nothing known, plant biology. Ali pokazuje remarkable similarity to neurological activity, higher animals. Norwegian hematologist Dr. Astrid Eriksson made possibly most shocking discovery. Detailed analysis od krvena tekućina revealed presence of DNA sequences koje nisu characteristic for rastenie material. Found genetic material koja je 87% identical to DNA found in human blood, she announced at Daily Briefing. This is biological impossibility который challenges everything we know o cellular biology. Swiss botanist Dr. Jean-Claude Dubois conducted invasive examination of tree's internal structure using specialized endoscopic equipment. Penetrated into trunk through small hole, using fiber optic camera to examine internal tissue. Objasniti his methodology. What he found tolka deepened mystery. Tree's internal structure appears completely normal, reported Dr. Dubois. No unusual cells, no foreign organisms, no biological structures koje bi mogao produce blood-like substance. Yet somehow krvena tekućina originates somewhere deep of tree's core. Polish electromagnetic specialist Dr. Anna Kowalska focused na studying unusual electromagnetic patterns koje Dr. Vollmer detected. Using sophisticated monitoring equipment, she discovered that electromagnetic activity augmented dramatically exactly before each bleeding episode. Tree exhibits electromagnetic activity koje precedes każdy secretion od krvena tekućina za precisely 14 minutes, explained Dr. Kowalska. It's jak if some internal mechanism activates, sending electrical signal through tree's structure before substance appears on the surface. Perhaps most disturbing finding came when team tried to trace source odd phenomenon inside drvo. Using ultrasonic scanning and thermal imaging, they discovered što krvena tekućina appears spontaneously at specific depth inside trunk, approximately 40 centimeters from surface. Substance simply materialized is apparently normal tissue, admitted Dr. Rossetti. No cavities, no foreign organisms, no biological structures koje be explained generation od takoj tekućina. It's jak if matter itself transforms na molecular level. Team także discovered što phenomenon follows precise temporal pattern. Bleeding occurs exactly every 17 hours and 23 minutes, noted Dr. Vollmer. This periodicity doesn't correspond to any natural cycles, not lunar, ni solar, ni seasonal. Whatever controls that process operates in a completely unknown biological rhythm. Local authorities became increasingly concerned about growing crowds and safety issues. Daily imaya между 300 or 500 visitors, reported police commander Stanko Perpic. People coming from all over Europe, some traveling hundreds of kilometers just to see bleeding tree. Situation becoming unmanageable. Religious groups także intensified their activities around site. Some Catholic pilgrims declare tree miraculous, observed Otec Jurich. Orthodox believers interpret it как sign of divine displeasure. Even some New Age groups claim tree a portal to parallel dimensions. Media attention reached international level when BBC Earth produced documentary about phenomenon. Croatian bleeding tree, Science vs. Miracle, was watched by more than 15 million viewers worldwide. Suddenly Naš Selo became famous throughout Europe, notes Anna Horvat. But growing fame brought problems. Commercial interests began exploiting situation. People selling supposed blessed water mixed Z soil from around tree, warns Maria. Others offering tours, selling souvenirs, even claiming to sell pieces of tree bark so special powers. Scientific team's investigation revealed Danny Koji challenged every existing biological theory. No, they were no closer to explanation depois 6 weeks intensive research. Every test confirms phenomenon is real, concluded Dr. Rossetti of final report. But mechanism responsible remains scientific mystery. European Union announced he would fund additional research. Alid Lamarco and his family, situation became increasingly difficult. I want answers, ale sistu hochu normal life back, admitted Marco. My farm became zoo, where ludi prichodit stare at my tree, while scientists probe it like alien artifact. By end of Maj, bleeding tree had become international phenomenon. No explanation remained as elusive Yako na first day. Marco discovered unusual krvena tekućina dripping from his aged pluma tree. U lipnju 2019. Situacija around Markova stabla escalated beyond znanstvenih istraga. Phenomenon attracted attention od religious extremisti, conspiracy theoristi I commercial opportunisti, koji transform peaceful selo u chaotic tourist attraction. Local government bila forced uvođa strict regulations pentru controlling massive influx visitors. Situation bila completely iz kontrole, opisuje Vukovar major Ljubodrag Rašić. Hotels u Osijeku bili potpuno booked, people camping ilegalno omkring selo, traffic jams extending pentru kilometara. Had to declare stanje nužde for managing ovu unprecedented situation. Among newest arrivals bile international media personnel researching phenomenon for what BBC naziva most unexplained mystery u modern Europe. Television crews for Germany, France, Italy, and Spain established permanent presence u selo, broadcasting daily updates of bleeding tree worldwide. Reporter Karl Hoffmann is German television ZDF, proizveo controversial documentary questioning credibility od scientific findings. Možda scientists are being deceived by elaborate hoax, suggested Hoffmann. Physical evidence seems convincing, no histories night many cases where respected experts bili fooled by clever manipulation. Marco responded angrily to koje accusations. Anyone možma come examine my stablo, he declared via interview for Croatian national television. I welcome any investigation jer I want truth također. But I znam what I vižu every dan. Ovaj tree bleeds real blood I nitko can explain zašto. Dr. Elena Rossetti's team completed their officialno investigation, no published results, koje raising more questions, nego answers. Scientific report, published u prestigious journal, Biological Anomalies Quarterly, listed findings, koje contradicted basic laws of biology. Tree produces daily exactly 127 milliliters odd substance biochemically identical to mammalian blood. Electromagnetic readings indicate activity patterns resembling brain funkcionирование of higher animals. DNA analysis shows genetic material не matching любой известный plant species. Internal structure appears normal despite producing impossible biological secretions. Ovo исследование confirms svješto phenomenon real I unexplained, concluded Dr. Rossetti. Recommend continued observation I development novih scientific methodologies dla studying ovu anomaly. Religious communities responded različno to scientific findings. Catholic Church maintained cautious position. No Orthodox believers interpreted phenomenon kao divine warning. Ancient prophecies speak o signs preceding velikih changes, declared Orthodox priest Otac Miloš Savić from Belgrade. Bleeding trees mentioned u biblical texts, kao portents od tribulation. Evangelical groups from Sechie Tagja arrived, believing tree represents biblical prophecy. Preacher Robert Mackenzie of Texas established temporary salvation camp, Usalo Center. Esta tree bleeds your Gospel wants warn mankind o coming judgment, proclaimed Mackenzie. Repent, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Local population became increasingly frustrated says situation. Cannot live normal life anymore, complained Marco's neighbor Dragan Tomic. Constantly people knocking the doors, asking questions, wanting sea tree. Ovaj circus ruining nash community. Commercial exploitation intensified despite official prohibitions. Vendors selling blessed zemla from around tree, holy voda supposedly mixed says tree's secretions, souvenirs claiming contain miraculous substances. Police struggle control illegal commercial activity. Anna Horvat, now 16 godina old, describes psychological impact na her family. Cannot attend school normally, jer everyone recognizes me, cow daughter and miracle tree owner. She explains. People treat me, cow celebrity, illy witch, depending na their beliefs. Just want be normal teenager again. Scientific community remained divided about phenomenon. Professor Dr. James Patterson from Oxford University published Kritiske analysis questioning methodology owed previous research. While agree phenomenon appears genuine, interpretations owed data mogolic flawed, argued Patterson. Need more rigorous controls e alternative hypotheses. Counter-arguments came from Dr. Sarah Chen is Beijing University. Koje conducted independent analysis owed samples. Tested samples using advanced technologies unavailable earlier researchers, reported Chen. Findings confirm previous conclusions. Ova substance undeniably biological blood produced by plant organism. Marko facing increasing pressure from различных направлений. Government officials suggested relocating family to protect их от overwhelming attention. Religious groups wanted официальный recognition of phenomenon като miracle. Scientists demanded продолжение access для research. My simple farmer Koje discovered something extraordinary, reflected Marko u lengthy interview za Hrvatski radio. Never wanted become center of worldwide controversy. Just want understand što happenings is my tree EY. Phenomenon takas affecting surrounding ambiente environment. Dr. Maria Santos from Portuguese Environmental Institute studying impact in a local ecosystem. Other plants around tree showing unusual growth patterns, she reported. Something affecting biological processes of entire area. By late June, bleeding tree had been featured in the covers of international scientific journals, religious publications, conspiracy theory magazines. Ovo selo became intersection, gdzie science, religion mystery meet, observed anthropologist Dr. Lisa Weber. But despite all attention, research theories, fundamental question remained unanswered. Почему stoletno stablo spontaneously produces mammalian blood? Mystery Koje started as simple farmer checking storm damage u his orchard, had become global phenomenon challenging human understanding of natural world. As summer approached, Marko wondered whether his life would ever return to normal, ili whether his farm would permanently remain center of unexplained mystery. Koje confounded nauku itself. U travnju 2020. Točno godina nakon što fenomenon počeo, situacija uzela unexpected turn. COVID-19 pandemic forced restrictions na international travel, suddenly reducing massive tourist influx to manageable levels. For first time u bільше od godine, Marko and his family mogli live relatively normal życie. But tree continued bleeding na its mysterious schedule, indifferent to human affairs. Pandemic была blessing za nas, admits Maria. Suddenly, imeli peace again. No bolje tourists, no reporters camping in our yard, no scientists poking around tree every day. However, reduced attention nie znaczy reduced mystery. Tree maintained its precise 17-hour, 23-minute bleeding cycle throughout entire pandemic period. Dr. Elena Rossetti's team established remote monitoring system, couldn't travel Croatia due restrictions. Installed solar-powered cameras and sensors Koje transmit data satellite, explains Rossetti. Even though ne možemo be physically present, continuously monitor all trees' activities. Remote monitoring revealed Dodge phenomenon remained completely stable despite changed circumstances. Same amount of tekućine, same electromagnetic patterns, same temporal regularity, reported Rossetti. Whatever causes ovage bleeding operates nezavisimo at external conditions. During quieter period, Marko decided experiment with tree himself. Since nikto else mogao visit, tried simple tests, he explains. Touched tree, spoke to it, even cut small branch to see whether affects bleeding. Results bili exactly as expected, no change whatsoever. Local priest Otac Juric used reduced attention to conduct private spiritual investigation. Spent many evenings praying beside tree, seeking divine revelation o its meaning, reveals priest. Some nights just of an unusual spiritual presence, jak if tree holds ancient wisdom. Religious interpretation gains momentum during pandemic when many people became desperate for signs owed hope. Online religious groups sharing videos owed bleeding tree, claiming it prophesied pandemic offered hopes of recovery. tree became symbol for millions lude seeking divine intervention, observes religious studies professor Dr. Tomislav Novak. But ne wszystkich visitors disappeared. Local people, particularly elderly residents, continued visiting tree regularly. My grandmother insists tree has healing powers, explains village teenager Petra Jurcic. Brings bottled water, leaves it near tree overnight, then drinks it believing it became blessed. Anna Horvat, now 17, written school essay o living voy unexplained phenomenon. Learning except mystery cow part od życia, she wrote. Perhaps nie everything должно be explained. Maybe nectary things should remain wondrous. Essay won national competition. He was published to educational magazine. Scientific research continued remotely. Alla Novak discoveries were minimal. Dr. Chen from Beijing published extensive analysis on electromagnetic data collected over a year-long period. Electromagnetic patterns show no correlation so weather, geomagnetic activity, abo lunar cycles, she concluded. Whatever generates these patterns operates na unknown principles. European Union extended funding to continued research, especially after Vatican announced official investigation u phenomenon. Church needs determine whether Yevlenia has supernatural origins, announced Vatican investigator Monsignor Giuseppe Bertoli. If confirmed miraculous, could lead to official recognition. Vatican investigation take different approach than previous scientific studies. Rather than focusing on physical properties, examining psychological and spiritual effects na lude koje encounter phenomenon, explains Bertoli. Team of theologians and psychologists interview hundreds lude koje visited tree. Many visitors report unusual spiritual experiences, notes Vatican psychologist Dr. Catherine Moreau. Some describe sudden peace, others говорят o profound religious insights. Several cases spontaneous prayer e religious conversion. However, Moreau emphasizes these experiences могут be psychological reactions to encountering unexplained phenomenon. Local government used quiet period to develop long-term plan для managing phenomenon. Whether nauča explanation ever found, ovaj tree stalo part od naš heritage, declares Mayor Rasic, planning museum and educational center to preserve historia i naučni research. Meanwhile, Marco focused on maintaining normalcy dla his family. Still работаю fields, Anna prepares la university. We attend church every Sunday, he describes. Tree bleeds, scientists study it, люди interpret it различно, but life продолжается. But tranquility не lasted long. Autumn 2020. Katu travel restrictions eased, international attention returned intensely. Documentary film, The Croatian Mystery, won international prize, bringing renewed media focus. Suddenly everyone wanted to interview us again, sighs Maria. New wave visitors included self-proclaimed paranormal investigators using questionable metadata. Some attempt communicates as tree using electronic devices, observes Anna. Others claim detect supernatural energia, ili spirits inhabiting tree. Marco became frustrated to such interpretations. Dr. Patterson from Oxford published comprehensive review at all research conducted in a phenomenon through 2020. After 18 months intensive investigation by multiple international teams, scientific community forced admit complete inability explain observation. Patterson concluded. Phenomenon представляет genuine enigma, koje challenges fundamental understanding at biological processes. Scientific failure trigger speculation, obdaja more exotic explanations. Quantum physicists suggest tree might be accessing energy at parallel dimensions, perhaps witnessing intersection между our reality and alternative universe, proposed theoretical physicist Dr. Albert Kellner. Such speculations frustrated Marco. Koje wanted practical answers. I ne care a parallel universes ili quantum mechanics, he declared. Want know why my stablo bleeds and when it will stop. Everything else, ja philosophia. But tree showed no signs at stopping its mysterious bleeding. Remote sensors confirmed phenomenon remained stable throughout 2020, unaffected by seasonal changes, weather conditions, ili human activity. Whatever causes bleeding operates according internal logic koje we can't understand, admitted Dr. Rossetti, as 2020 ended. Markov bleeding tree had established itself as one of modern world's most documented unexplained phenomena. Scientific papers, religious studies, philosophical essays, conspiracy theories, all attempted to explain what simple farmer discovered in his orchard, but tree itself remained mute, producing its daily 127 milliliters from mysterious Kurvina tekućina while defying človečeski understanding. Maybe some things meant remain mystery, reflected Marko na New Year's Eve 2020. Perhaps ni everything has explanation ljudskoj mind can comprendre. As fireworks lit sky above Slavonia, his ancient plum tree continued its inexplicable bleeding, indifferent to human attempts to unravel its secret. U 2021. godini, nakon 2 godine kontinuiranih istraživanja bez konkretnih odgovora, priča o Markovom stablu uzela je novi pravac. Dr. Andrej Petković, hrvatski arheolog i povjesničar s Filozofskog fakulteta u Zagrebu, predložio je revolucionarni pristup. Umjesto fokusiranja samo na trenutni fenomen, odlučio je istražiti drevnu povijest zemlje na kojoj stablo raste. Možda odgovor leži zakopan u prošlosti, a ne u sadašnjosti, objasnio je doktor Petković na konferenciji za novinare. Ovo stablo ima preko 100 godina, ali zemlja na kojoj raste ima 1000-ljetnu povijest. Što se dogodilo na ovom mjestu kroz stoljeća? Koji događaji su obilježili ovu lokaciju? Njegov pristup zainteresirao je lokalne starije stanovnike koji su počeli dijeliti zaboravljene priče. Najstariji stanovnik sela, 87-godišnji Josip Vuković, prisjetio se priča koje je slušao od svoje bake još kao dječak. Moja baba Kata uvijek je govorila da je to mjesto bilo sveto još prije kršćanstva, pripovjedao je Josip drhtavim glasom. Stari Slaveni su tu imali svetište posvećeno bogu Perunu. Kasnije su Turci na istom mjestu sagradili džamiju koja je razorena kad su Habsburgovci preuzeli vlast. Doktor Petković organizirao je opsežno arheološko iskopavanje oko stabla uz odobrenje Marka i Ministarstva kulture. Nećemo kopati blizu korijenskog sustava da ne oštetimo stablo, ali želimo istražiti što se krije ispod okolne zemlje, objasnio je arheolog. Tim je koristio georadar i detektore metala za mapiranje podzemnih struktura. Prvo značajno otkriće došlo je nakon samo tjedan dana rada. Pronašli smo ostatke kamenih temelja oko 3 metra od stabla, izvijestio je dr. Petković. Radiokarbonsko datiranje pokazuje da struktura ima približno 800 godina, što je konzistentno s razdobljem kada je ovaj dio bio pod ugarskom vlašću. Dublje iskopavanje otkrilo je slojeve povijesti. Našli smo artefakte iz različitih razdoblja, srednjovjekovnu keramiku, turske novčiće, habsburške gumbove, opisivao je dr. Petković. Ova lokacija je očigledno bila značajna za različite kulture kroz povijest. Ali najznačajnije otkriće došlo je na dubini od 2 metra. Otkrili smo ljudske ostatke, objavio je dr. Petković na tužnoj konferenciji za novinare. Na temelju položaja tijela i artefakata pronađenih uz njih, čini se da je to masovno groblje, vjerojatno iz srednjovjekovnog razdoblja. Otkriće je šokiralo zajednicu i postavilo nova pitanja o prirodi fenomena. Lokalni pravoslavni svećenik otac Miloš Savić interpretirao je otkriće kao potvrdu svojih teorija. Stara groblja često su povezana s neobjašnjivim pojavama, izjavio je. Možda stablo krvari, jer duše pokopane ovdje ostaju nemir. Potrebna je ispravna posveta i molitve za pokojne. I katolički župnik otac Jurić imao je drugačiju interpretaciju. Pronalaženje ljudskih ostataka ne znači automatski nadnaravno uključivanje, upozorio je. Srednjovjekovlje je bilo doba ratova i kuga. Mnoga masovna pokopa događala su se u ovoj regiji tijekom tih teških vremena. Dr. Monika Stern, njemačka forenzična antropologinja, analizirala je ljudske ostatke. Preliminarni pregled sugerira da su pojedinci umrli nasilno, izvijestila je. Neki lobanje pokazuju znakove traume, možda od oružja. Mogli bi biti žrtve srednjovjekovnih ratovanja ili pogroma. Otkriće ljudskih ostataka pokrenulo je nove restrikcije pristupa mjestu. Područje se sada smatra arheološkim nalazištem pod zakonskom zaštitom, objavila je županijska kulturna službenica Branka Marić. Moramo ograničiti broj posjetitelja dok se istraživanje ne završi. Ali restrikcije nisu spriječile ilegalne posjetitelje da pokušaju doći do stabla. Marko je izrazio frustraciju zbog novih komplikacija. Prvo su me znanstvenici uvjerili da stablo ima znanstveno objašnjenje. Požalio se. Sad arheolozi sugeriraju nadnaravne uzroke povezane sa starima pokopima. Ja samo želim mir. Medijsko pokrivanje prebacilo je fokus s znanstvene misterije na povijesnu intrigu. Staro groblje možda objašnjava hrvatsko stablo koje krvari, naslovili su međunarodni mediji. History Channel objavio je planove za dokumentarac o arheološkim otkrićima. Vjerske zajednice strastveno su odgovorile na nalaze. Neke pravoslavne skupine organizirale su molitvene vigile za duše pokopane na mjestu. Moramo obaviti ispravne pogrebne obrede za pokojne, inzistirao je svećenik otac Miloš. Njihov nemir mogao bi uzrokovati da stablo krvari kao znak patnje. Znanstvena zajednica ostala je skeptična prema nadnaravnim objašnjenjima. Dr. Rossetti objavila je izjavu naglašavajući potrebu za kontinuiranim racionalnim istraživanjem. Arheološka otkrića su fascinantna, ali korelacija ne implicira uzročnost. Upozorila je. Ne smijemo napustiti znanstvenu metodu u korist paranormalnih spekulacija. Dr. Sarah Chen iz Pekinga ponovno je stigla kada su se putna ograničenja ublažila. Želim provesti nove testove na uzorcima koristeći naprednu kvantnu analizu tehnologija, objasnila je. Možda molekularna struktura krije tragove koje su prethodne metode propustile. Njena nova analiza otkrila je iznenađujuće informacije. Molekularni potpis krvi ne odgovara nijednoj poznatoj vrsti sisavaca, izvijestila je Chen. Sadrži genetske markere pronađene u ljudskoj krvi, ali također elemente potpuno nepoznate modernoj znanosti. Nalaz je sugerirao još kompleksniju biološku zagonetku nego što se prethodno razumjelo. Markova obitelj sve teže se nosi s konstantnom pozornošću. Ana se priprema za pristupne ispite na fakultetu, ali se ne može koncentrirati uz sav ovaj cirkus, zabrinuto je rekla Marija. Možda trebamo prodati farmu i preseliti se negdje mirniji. Ali Marko je bio nevoljko da napusti obiteljsku zemlju. Ova zemlja je pripadala mojoj obitelji generacijama, inzistirao je. Moj otac i djed su ovdje gospodarili, ovdje su pokopani. Neću otići zbog misterioznog stabla i luđaka koji dolaze to vidjeti. Lokalna zajednica također osjeća napetost kontinuirane pozornosti. Ekonomija koristi od turista, ali društveni život je narušen, primijetila je predsjednica seoskog vijeća Marija Posavac. Djeca se ne mogu slobodno igrati, stariji se boje stranaca, svakodnevni život je otežan gužvama. Arheološki tim, dr. Petkovića, napravio je dodatno otkriće krajem 2021. Pronašli smo uklesanu kamenu ploču s srednjovjekovnim latinskim natpisima, objavio je uzbuđeno, ne znajući da će ovaj nalaz otvoriti potpuno novo poglavlje u misteriji stabla koje krvari. Kamena ploča pronađena u december 2021. promijenila je cijelu perspektivu o Markovom stablu. Dr. Petković i his team of medievalists spent weeks carefully cleaning and translating 800-godišnji latin tekst uklesan u weathered stone. Što su čitali? To bole mysterious postala cijela priča. Hic locus est sacer, ubi sanguis terrae benedicit fructus. Čitao je dr. Petković original tekst. Ovo mesto je sveto, gdje krv zemlje blagoslovlja plodove. Tekst continues. Qui hunc locum viola verit, signum sanguinis apparebit. Onaj koji oskrnavi ovo mesto, znak krvi će se pojaviti. Medieval historian dr. Lucija Jovanović iz Belgrad University analizovala je historical context natpisa. Based on paleographic analysis, inscription dates između 1220-1250 during Hungarian kraljevstvo rule over ova područja. Ana objasnila. Language suggests Christian monk abo educated clergy napisao tekst. Ali text held issue mysterious elements. Na bottom of stone tablet, archaeologists discovered stranu symbol, circular design so interwoven lines koje ne matched any znaju Christian, Islamic ili pagan iconography. Symbol completely unknown in medieval Croatian history, admitted Dr. Jovanović. Local elderly residents became excited o archaeological findings. Josip Vuković remembered više stories of his grandmother. Baba Kata govorila je o ancient curse, on recalled.
Said previous землевладельцы tried to remove old plum tree много годно ago, але evil befell anyone koje touched it. Tree всегда survived. Dr. Petkovich's team conducted expanded excavation around entire site. Found evidence at multiple construction layers. Been reported. Slavic pagan shrine at deepest level, then medieval monastery foundations, later Turkish period structures. Each civilization built in the same sacred spot. Most disturbing discovery built a network owed underground chambers beneath monastery ruins. Found underground crypts or stone sarcophagi, announced Dr. Petkovich. Some sarcophagi остаются sealed. Others показывают evidence of disturbance of various historical periods. Sealed sarcophagi raised questions about medieval burial practices. Unusual для monastery crypt to have такой elaborate stone coffins, observed Dr. Jovanovich. Suggests individuals особой importance были buried here. But local authorities prohibited opening sealed tombs bez extensive bureaucratic approval. Dr. Elena Rossetti returned to sites her scientific team, intrigued by archaeological discoveries. Perhaps underground structures affect electromagnetic fields measured around tree, Ona speculated. Geological formations below ground могут create unusual energy patterns. New electromagnetic surveys revealed ошеломляющие findings. Underground chambers created natural electromagnetic amplification system. Rock formations act KO resonance cavity, amplifying electromagnetic frequencies, explained physicist Dr. Klaus Himmelberg is Austria. Tree growing directly above strongest convergence point. Religious communities interpreted archaeological findings differently. Vatican investigator Monsignor Bertoli arrived to examine medieval Christian artifacts. Finding monastery ruins suggests at that site był священный for medieval church, been observed. Perhaps tree bleeding represents divine intervention o forgotten священный ground. Orthodox delegation из Serbia также examined findings. Ancient Slavic sacred sites often retained spiritual energy після Christianization, declared Archiepiscop Danilo. Tree могу be manifesting spiritual presence of ancient souls buried beneath. But New Age groups hijacked archaeological discoveries for own interpretations. This is portal mij dimensions, claimed self-proclaimed spiritual guide Maria Bojic. Ancient civilizations knew o energy vortices. Tree bleeds dimensional barrier tanshi here. Scientific community remained divided o significance at findings. Dr. Patterson is Oxford published Krytycki analysis. While archaeological discoveries fascinating, ne provide scientific explanation pentru biological impossibility od tree-producing mammalian krov, been argued. Counter-arguments came at Dr. Chen Koji proposed new hypothesis. Perhaps electromagnetic fields generated by underground structures affect trees' cellular behavior na quantum level. Ona suggested, quantum mechanics allows the seemingly impossible biological transformations. Marco became overwhelmed by competing interpretations. Everyone has different theory, Vin complained you interview. Scientists say electromagnetic, religious ludi say divine, archaeologists say historical, New Age people say dimensions. Ja still don't know why my tree krovar. Local government facing increasing pressure to regulate site access. Archaeological site requires protection. Ali takже need accommodate continuing scientific research and religious pilgrimage, explained Mayor Rasic. Developing comprehensive management plan, balancing various interests. International media coverage intensified pісля archaeological discoveries. Ancient mystery deepens Croatian bleeding tree enigma, featured you major newspapers worldwide. Discovery Channel greenlit new documentary series about phenomenon. Anna Horvat, now 18, preparing the university, wrote essay o living so unexplained mystery. People seek simple answers to complex questions. Anna wrote, perhaps real truth that некоторые things transcend human understanding. My family learned live so mystery cow part of daily life. Local tourism industry struggles overwhelming demand. Hotels u regione booked months vpred, reported tourism official Ivana Matic. Need infrastructure development to accommodate growing visitor numbers bez damaging archaeological site. Medical researchers Takish became interested påsli reports of healing experiences near tree.
Dr. Paolo Rossi is Italy documented cases of spontaneous healing among pilgrims. Several individuals reported significant health improvements knock visiting site. Been noted. Could be placebo effect. Ali warrant scientific investigation. Tree itself remained indifferent to human interpretations. Daily 127 milliliters of crimson liquid continued dripping, according to precise 17-hour, 23-minute schedule. Regardless of what we believe about Pricine, phenomenon continues unchanged, observed Dr. Rossetti. Financial pressures in the Horvat family intensified. Cannot maintain normal farming operations as constant visitors, admitted Marco. Government provides some compensation, ale ne enough replace lost agricultural income. Local community established fund to support family. As 2021 ended, archaeological discoveries added historical dimension to scientific mystery. Ali fundamental questions remained unanswered. Underground chambers, medieval inscriptions and electromagnetic anomalies provided context, no ne explanations of biological impossibility od bleeding tree. U 2022. godini, treća godina fenomena, došlo je do najdramatičnijeg razvoja događaja do tada. Dr. Sofija Aleksandrova, ruska kvantna fizičarka sa Moskovskog instituta za teoretičku fiziku, predložila je revolucionarnu hipotezu koja je šokirala i znanstvenu i vjersku zajednicu. Možda ne posmatramo biološku anomaliju, već kvantni fenomen koji transcendira naše razumevanje prostora i vremena, objasnila je dr. Aleksandrova na međunarodnoj konferenciji u Zagrebu. Stablo možda ne proizvodi krv. Možda je krv već postojala u kvantnom stanju, a mi je tek sada observiramo u našoj dimenziji. Njena teorija zasnivala se na najnovijim otkrićima u kvantnoj mehanici. Kvantne čestice mogu postojati u superpoziciji, u više stanja istovremeno, objašnjavala je. Možda je ovdje krv postojala kroz stoljeća, ali je arheološko iskopavanje nekako aktiviralo njeno manifestiranje u našoj realnosti. A tim fizičara sa MIT-a stigao je da testira Aleksandrovinu hipotezu. Koristimo kvantne detektore koji mogu meriti subatomske fluktuacije, objasnio je profesor dr. Michael Chen, ne treba mešati sa dr. Sarah Chen iz Pekinga. Ako je teorija tačna, trebalo bi da detektujemo kvantne anomalije oko stabla. Rezultati kvantnih merenja bili su zapanjujući. Registrujemo kvantno stanje koje ne postoji nigdje drugde na zemlji, izvijestio je dr. Chen. Struktura realnosti oko stabla nije stabilna. Čini se da fluktuira između različitih kvantnih stanja. Crkva je odgovorila na kvantnu teoriju sa podozrenjem. Nauka pokušava da objasni divine mystery koristeći teorije koje su same po sebi mysterious, komentarisao je otac Jurić. Kvantna mehanika ne može objasniti ono što je suštinski spiritual fenomenon. Ali vatikanski naučnik dr. Francesco Albini bio je more open to quantum interpretations. God works through natural laws, including laws of quantum mechanics, koje we don't fully understand, izjavio je. Perhaps divine intervention operates at quantum level. Dr. Aleksandrova's team ustanovila je kvantnu laboratoriju na Markovoj farmi. Need continuous quantum monitoring da razumejemo pattern od kvantnih fluktuacija, objasnila je. Sophisticated equipment detected previously unknown subatomic particles around bleeding tree. Found particles koji ne postojuju u standard model od particle physics. Shocking announcement napravila je dr. Aleksandrova. These particles appear only around tree i disappear kada move dalje than 100 metara from site. Discovery suggested tree was generating unknown forms of matter. Međunarodna naučna zajednica requested emergency review of findings. If Dr. Aleksandrova's results accurate, ovo mogu be most significant scientific discovery in modern history, declared Nobel laureate Dr. Roger Hawthorne. Discovery novih particles would revolutionize understanding of the universe. Skeptici questioned validity of quantum measurements. Dr. Patterson is Oxford argued, the extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. He organized independent team to replicate quantum experiments. Until results independently verified, ostajemo skeptični o such radical claims. Local population became confused by competing scientific theories. First scientists said biological mystery, now govori quantum physics, complained villager Dragan Tomic. perhaps should just accept that neki things cannot be explained by human knowledge. Religious pilgrims interpreted quantum discoveries, kao confirmation, od supernatural nature. Science finally admits isnuit realities beyond material world, proclaimed evangelical preacher Mackenzie. Quantum particles are angels manifesting divine Buddha. New Age groups embraced quantum interpretations enthusiastically. Quantum mechanics proves consciousness shapes reality, claimed spiritual teacher Maria Bojic. Tree manifests curve jer collective human consciousness expects miracle. Marco's response, the quantum theories, below pragmatic y frustrated. Don't care a quantum particles illy divine intervention. On declared, tree still bleeds every 17 hours, visitors still come every day, my family still cannot live normal life. Quantum physics doesn't solve practical problems. Dr. Alexandrova's research faced serious challenges. Quantum equipment extremely sensitive to environmental disturbance, Ona admitted. Constant stream of visitors creates interference, koje affects measurements. Need completely controlled environment. Local authorities considered temporarily closing site to allow uninterrupted quantum research. Science may finally provide answers, argued Mayor Rasic. Worth temporary inconvenience if Paluchimo definitive explanation. But opposition from religious and tourist groups made closure politically difficult. International Particle Accelerator Facility CERN requested samples of unknown particles for analysis. If particles genuinely novel, represents breakthrough u fundamental physics, explained CERN director Dr. Isabella Mueller. However, transporting quantum particles extremely difficult bez destroying them. Meanwhile, tree continued its mysterious bleeding, apparently unaffected by human attempts to understand it. Phenomenon remained stable regardless of theory proposed, observed Dr. Rossetti. Tree follows own logic, yaki transcends human explanations. Anna Horvat, now enrolled u Zagreb University studying philosophy, napisala thesis o epistemological implications od unexplained phenomena. Perhaps human znanje has fundamental limits, Anna argued. Some realities может существовать beyond capacity od scientific explanation. Medical studies continued documenting healing reports. Dr. Paolo Rossi published comprehensive study od 200 healing claims. Statistically significant improvement in various health conditions among visitors, been reported. Whether due to placebo effect, quantum energy, abo divine intervention, ostaje unclear. Financial impact in the local community continued growing. Bleeding Tree generates millions euros u tourism revenue, calculated economic analyst Marina Jurcic, but also creates infrastructure strain and social disruption, который difficult to quantify. By end 2022, Marco's tree had inspired 3 major scientific theories: biological anomaly, electromagnetic phenomenon, and quantum manifestation. Religious communities offered ich own interpretations. Divine miracle, spiritual presence, abo portal mij realms. But central mystery remained unsolved. Why did staro plum tree spontaneously produce mammalian krov? 3 years post discovery, imam bilshe questions than answers, reflected Dr. Petkovic. Every investigation reveals new complexities rather than solutions. Perhaps mystery designed to remain mysterious. Do kraja 2023. Godin. 5. godina otkad je Marko prvi put ugledao crvenu tekućinu koja se cijedi iz svog stabla, fenomen je postao nezaobilazni dio hrvatske i svjetske znanstvene povijesti. Ono što je počelo kao jednostavan, neobjašnjiv događaj u slavonskom selu, preraslo je u međunarodni simbol granica ljudskog znanja. Dr. Elena Rossetti objavila je sveobuhvatni izvještaj koji je sažimao 5 godina istraživanja. Stablo nastavi proizvoditi točno 127 ml tekućine svaka 17 sati i 23 minute, bez obzira na vremenske prilike, godišnja doba ili ljudske intervencije, zaključila je. Tekućina ostaje biokemijski identična krvi sisavaca, ali ne odgovara ni jednoj poznatoj vrsti. Međunarodna znanstvena zajednica formalno je priznala da fenomen predstavlja pravu biologu anomaliju koja izmiče trenutnom razumevanju prirodnih zakona. European Union Basic Funding za Long-Term Monitoring Site, priznajući da se radi o fenomenu od globalnog znanstvenog značaja, Vatican je 2023. godine službeno završio svoju istragu. Monsignor Bertoli objavio je zaključke. Dok fenomen predstavlja izvanredan događaj koji transcendira trenutnu znanstvenu komprehenziju, nismo našli conclusive evidence nadnaravnih uzroka. Crkva je classification fenomena kao neobjašnjen prirodan događaj od moguće spiritualne važnosti. Local community u Đurićima experienced complete transformation. Selo od 200 stanovnika sada prima preko 50,000 posjetitelja godišnje. Naš život completely changed, reflects Mayor Rasić. Had to build new infrastrukturu, hire additional police, establish visitor management system. Sometimes feel like živimo u outdoor museum. Marko i njegova familija also undergo significant changes. On a Finnish university, I returns home to help manage visitor center, explains Maria. Luca studies business management da eventually take over family operations. Tree become our family business, jeli hoćeli ili ne. New interpretations, phenomena continue emerging. Dr. Vladimir Tepić, Srpski historian religijov, objavio je extensively researched book linking phenomenon the ancient Slavic blood rituals. Medieval church built na mjesku gdje je performed blood sacrifice ritual the fertility goddess, teorira Tepić. Perhaps stablo channels ancient spiritual energiju. No scientific community ostaje skeptična o historical interpretations. While archaeological discoveries fascinating, they provide mechanism altal which tree could produce mammalian krv, maintains Dr. Patterson. Correlation među ancient rituals i biological anomaly remains unproven. Dr. Aleksandrova's kvantni research continues yielding unprecedented results. Detected quantum particles koje apparently influence biological processes na molecular level, Ona reports. Perhaps witnessing first documented case of quantum consciousness affecting macrobiological systems. International scientific collaboration reached novi level kada Nobel Committee announced special investigative panel da study phenomenon. If findings confirmed, moglo bi represent paradigm shift u understanding od intersection između quantum mechanics I biological processes, declared committee chairman Dr. Lars Anderson. Tourism industry around site became sophisticated operation. Professional guides, multilingual brochures, organized tours, gift shops selling blessed water, actually local voda marketed to gullible visitors. Commercial exploitation concerning, warns anthropologist Dr. Lisa Weber. Originally spiritual phenomenon становится commercialized tourist attraction. Educational impact phenomenon significant worldwide. Universities offer specializovani courses studying Markovo stablo kao case study u limits od human znanja. Tree становится teaching tool za exploring epistemological questions, objašnjava philosopher Dr. Margaret Rose iz Cambridge. Medical studies continue documenting unexplained healing reports. Dr. Paolo Rossi final study od 500 cases pokazuju statistically significant health improvements among visitors. Whether due to placebo effect, unknown biological mechanisms, nebo environmental factors ostaje unclear, on concludes. But empirical evidence suggests site maya beneficial health effects a significant percentage visitors. Technology industry pokazuje interest u replicating whatever mechanism causes phenomenon. If možemo understand kako tree produces perfect blood substitute, revolucionizovalo bi medical science, explains biotech entrepreneur Dr. Jennifer Walsh. Artificial blood production could save millions litera. Marko, sada 56 godina old, became accidental celebrity spokespersons accepting mystery. Learned the necessary questions don't have answers. Vin often tells visiting journalists, tree taught mean, the universe bole complex than human minds možemo grasp. Perhaps taj lesson itself. Scientific monitoring continues, but expectations led definitive explanation diminished. After 5 godina intensive research by world's best minds, forced priznat da some phenomena transcend current scientific paradigms, admits Dr. Rossetti. Perhaps future science, some more advanced technology provide answers. Tree itself, ostaje unchanging, indifferent, the human attempts to understand it. Precise bleeding schedule continues bez deviation. Electromagnetic anomalies persist. Quantum particles astágio detectable. Phenomenon established its own consistency, observes Dr. Chen. Tree creates its own rules, которые we можем document, no ni explain. Religious interpretation evolved toward acceptance ad mystery kao divine will. God sometimes reveals himself through wonders koje human minds cannot comprehend, reflects Utets Juric. Perhaps mystery itself is the message, reminder of our limitations and needs of humility. As 2023 ends, Markovo Stablo stands kao živi monument, the limitations human knowledge. It represents intersection kadetu science meets mystery, gdzie rational explanation yields the wonder. Tree continues bleeding, scientists продолжавaju studying, pilgrims продолжавaju praying, и mystery ostaje intact. Local children growing up kao adults who accept bleeding tree jako normal part ich okruženja. For them, miraculous кажется ordinary, notes Anna Horvat, now 20. Perhaps ta is wisdom, accepting wonder kao natural part of existence. Final lesson od Markovo Stablo может бути simple acknowledgement the universe contains realities beyond human comprehension. In age, gdzie science explains everything, one staro plum tree u Croatian village reminds us that mystery still exists, I perhaps должно ostati mysterious. 5 godina nakon što je Marko Horvat pronašao svoje stablo koje krvari, fenomenon ostaje jedna od największych neobjašnjivih zagadki moderne nauke. Stablo продолжава svoju misterioznu produkciju svaki dan. Ignored human attempts to unravel its secret. Hiljade naučnika, religioznih ljudi I curious visitors sa cijelog sveta visited Đuriće selo, ali nikto nije uspio objasniti kako staro plum tree produces mammalian krv. Svaka teorija, biological, electromagnetic, quantum, spiritual, offers частичne insights, ali no complete answers. Markova obitelj naučila je živeti sa fenomenom kao častom their existence. Local zajednica transformisala se u international destination, ali mystery sebe ustaže unchanged. Možda najvrednost lesson od Croatian bleeding tree nije scientific explanation, već reminder the natural world sadrži wonders koji transcend human understanding. U vremenu kada technology seemed to explain everything, Jedan gamle drvo reminds us the mystery still exists. Stablo continues bleeding. Science продолжава searching the answers. I visitors keep prihode seeking wonder. Markovom stablo proved that sometimes most important questions don't need answers. They need acceptance. Kad je prošao 5 godina od discovery, Croatian bleeding tree stuđaluje kao eternal mystery, challenging our assumptions of natural world, I reminding us, the universe ustaže fundamentalno mysterious place.